Lest we forget, I chose to do one of our nation's founding fathers for this project, Alexander Hamilton. For those of you who do not know me, I am Sawyer Sweatner, and I am a junior at Miles High School. The biography I chose to use for this project was Alexander Hamilton and the Growth of the New Nation by John C. Miller. When you hear the name Alexander Hamilton, you may think that he is one out of two people who haven't been presidents that is on our money, or he is the guy on the $10 bill. Also, that, oh my gosh, he's the guy they made a 4-hour-long musical on. But in hindsight, he is so much more than that, and there is so much that people do not know about him. And today, I'm here to teach you about everything that he did to start our countries. I'm going to start from the early days. Alexander was born in Charlestown, the capital of Nevis, a small island located in the West Indies. He grew up impoverished and did not have many stable adult figures in his life. His parents were James Alexander Hamilton and Rachel Fawcett Buck. His father left him and his mother when he was just 10, and 2 years later, at the age of 12, his mother fell extremely ill and she passed away. Because of this, Alexander was forced to grow up much faster than any normal child and was placed in charge of his very first trading charter at just 14 years old. A few years later, when Hamilton was 17, Hurricane St. Augustine hit his town and caused total devastation. Because of this, Hamilton decided to hop on a ship and sail to the Americas in pursuit of a better life. 1774. He lands in Pennsylvania and begins to attend King's College, which today is known as Columbia University. While he was there, he spent his time focusing his studies on math, medicine, and law. Hamilton knew that it was important that he got his name out there in order to pursue his dreams. So, he attended the campaign of 1776. He knew if he went to this event, everyone would be watching him with great interest. At this event, he met many, many important people, but most important of all, he met General George Washington. Little did he know how much this would affect his life. Nonetheless, Washington was extremely impressed with Alexander and immediately appointed him to a position on his staff, where he worked alongside with Washington as his right-hand man. Along with this, he fought on the battlefield in the Revolutionary War. He became close with some of these people, especially a man named John Lawrence. John and Hamilton had very similar interests. They both had deep love for their country and desired to abolish slavery. It was a very similar story for him and Marquis de Lafayette. Lafayette was a Frenchman that Hamilton immediately clicked with and wanted to work alongside. However, Aaron Burr and Alexander did not get along as well. They were still friendly, but did not like each other for many reasons. Hamilton's friendship with Lawrence was sadly cut short due to his death at the Battle of Combahee River in 1782. This relationship significantly influenced Hamilton's perspectives and decisions during the nation's formative years. John C. Miller. Although he died, Alexander did not let this death stop him. 2 years later, he started the Bank of New York, and eventually he went on to start the first national bank system of America. Hamilton excelled in his work and was invited to the Constitutional Convention in 1787. All this effort and work he put in throughout college and the Revolutionary War was finally paying off, and Hamilton could not be more excited about it. This led him to being appointed Secretary of Treasury under the presidency of George Washington. Hamilton joined with John Jay and James Madison to write the Federalist Papers. These papers defended the new U.S. Constitution. They aimed to write a total of 25, but in the end they wrote a grand total of 85 papers. John Jay wrote 5 before he fell ill. James Madison wrote a total of 29, and Alexander Hamilton wrote 51. Hamilton definitely was one to speak his mind, and everyone at that time knew it. There were so many ideas that he was not afraid at all to say. Kill or be killed. It was this dichotomous light that Hamilton viewed the struggle between the states and the national government. John C. Miller. This leads us to the election of 1800, where the two head-to-head candidates were Thomas Jefferson and Aaron Burr. This was the next big thing that happened in Hamilton's life. Everyone was looking at Hamilton during this time. Everything came down to the Electoral College vote, therefore, Alexander's vote. In the end, he voted for Jefferson, and this really upset Burr because he thought they were friends and that he would for sure have Hamilton's vote. Burr ended up losing the election, and Jefferson became the third president of the United States. In preferring Jefferson, Hamilton professed to have only the public interest at heart. John C. Miller. Burr made the decision to challenge Hamilton to a duel. He wanted revenge on him for betraying what he thought to be a friendship. Hamilton, on the other hand, was really against this duel. He did not wish to kill another man for revenge. 10 paces fired. He pointed his gun up, and Burr shot him in the chest and killed him. July 12th, 1804. Alexander Hamilton is dead. At only 47 years old, he left behind his children and wife. With Hamilton's death, a power passed from the earth, but the American Union, his noblest work, endured, and the great nation of which he dreamed became in the fullness of time a reality that far transcended his vision. John C. Miller. Alexander Hamilton was a model of ambition and resilience. From humble beginnings, he began to shape our country's financial, political, and legal foundations. His commitment to a strong central government, innovative economic policies, and dedication to building a nation that was able to stand among global powers has set him apart as a transformative leader. Although his life was tragically cut short, he paved the way for every child growing up in the United States, and his effort is continuously affecting America today. We can use his legacy to remind us that vision, determination, and the courage to take bold actions can leave an everlasting impact on history. We will always remember his legacy and thank him for how hard he worked to make our nation better. I will be forever grateful. And these are all the sites I used. Thank you.